Hey guys, so I just want to do a quick a little unboxing of my dip powder nail kit that came in. I'm pretty sure it's called Acre. I will put it on the caption here if it's correct. But this is what it looks like, and here has a description over here, Acre. But I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. But here is what it brings and that stuff. This was about 20 bucks and I'm pretty sure it was on sale. From what I remember, it's originally $39.99. I got it for $20.99 from what I remember. So I'm going to unbox it here. And I'm so excited because I'm going to do it in a couple days. Today it just came in, so I just want to do a little quick unboxing and show you guys what's in it before I obviously do it. I may be doing it in a couple days, so you guys will see that in the next clip of me actually doing it and giving you guys a full review. This package, it brings the base, the activator, the top coat, and the brush saver, so it has the number of steps for you. It also brings this little cup. It is called the dripping tray, and here that's what it looks like. You guys will actually see me use it, but you could put the powder in here so it's easier to dip your finger in it. So that's one of the items. And then these are the different 8 dip powders. And yes, so cute. Each of the dip powders are a pretty small size, but honestly I think it's enough for how much I'll be using it. You don't need that much powder, you know, and it brings 8 different ones. So I honestly think it's a pretty decent size. Your finger could fit in it. It's not open yet, obviously, but it's a great size because you could tilt it how you're supposed to. Obviously, you'll see me doing it, but when you need to put the dip powder on, you have to tilt it at an angle and put your finger in. And as you can see, I think my finger will fit in perfectly fine. So it's such a perfect size. It's such a perfect size for it. But I want to tell you guys the colors that it brings. So it brings a clear, a white, it brings a cloud pink, which looks like that. It's a nice purplish pinkish color, a mellow rose. A lot of them look really similar, but when you actually put on your nail, it looks a little different. So I definitely think it's honestly a huge difference because the smallest color can do change so much. A candy pink, which honestly I think might be similar to the nail color I have on right now. And this, honestly, the white and this candy pink I feel are the ones I'm going to use the most. So they're definitely going to finish quicker. Pink nectar, or nectar. So this one looks again more like a pinkish purplish. And it looks like a darker purple compared to the other one. Glitter pink, and obviously this one is a pink with a lot of glitter, and the glitter seems to be a purplish glitter. Last but not least, this is glitter white. So this is a white obviously with glitter, and the glitter seems to be a grayish glitter, silver. So this one on your nail is gonna look more of a silver color. So yes, this is everything that this kit brings. I think it's such a perfect price for everything that it brings. It's literally perfect. I've seen I went literally did all this research, and all the other ones were so much more expensive, and a lot of them didn't even bring any of this stuff. It just brought a couple powders, and it was more expensive or the same exact price. So from the research I've done, this is the best one I've seen. But obviously when I try it out in a couple days, you guys will see my full review of how it actually turned out being, if it was good or if it was just not okay. So I'll see you guys in a couple days. Hi guys, I also quickly want to mention that it brings a little sheet where it tells you the instructions on how to apply the nail polish. This is for a French set, if you want to do a French look, which is the perfect opportunity. So I think this is the first type of look I'm gonna do. Maybe the second. And then also states the directions for the regular type of color, just one color like that. Also mentions how to remove it, which is so good. I started off by putting a cardboard on top of my desk because I don't want my desk to get ruined if anything happened. And then I started getting my materials, and I do want to mention that many of my materials are from another kit I have, another nail kit. So a lot of the materials, as you see, aren't from the kit I just reviewed and showed you guys. So I will link the kit down below from the other one and this one. I'm pretty sure it's 3 kits combined. But yeah, so you see us here I have a drill. I'll link everything down below. But yes, I did want to mention that. Then you first use acetone to take off any prior nail polish. You always want to use acetone just in case, even if you don't have any nail polish, because if there's any dirt, you just always want to start off with a fresh nail. Then you follow and shape your nails to your liking. I am putting on tips, so the way I shaped it isn't as crucial. These are the tips that I use, and this is also the nail glue that I use. And I also am using the trimmer, as you guys see right here. This is what I use to trim my nails. This is the nail primer I use. And this is the nail dehydrator I use. These are two very important steps. Then you want to size your nails with the tips to get the correct sizing, because you don't want the tip to be so big or too small. And you glue the tips onto your nail, and this is how you glue it. The little bottom has a little line, so you glue it there. Take off any excess glue if it's too much, and then you put it on the very tip of your nail, not the whole nail, the tip of your nail, and you want to face it down. So you want to push your finger on a downward. There you go. And then you just repeat this process to all your nails. And I also am cutting the nail, as you see here. I trim the tips to the length I want it. And I just wanted it to be a very short, because all I wanted was like the smallest extension. Also, make sure you don't cut it too short. If you want it on the longer side, don't cut it too short, because also after you put the dip powder, you do have to like file it a little bit more. So just keep that in mind, not to cut it too short. After you have finished gluing down all your nails and trimming them, you have to file and shape your nails to your liking. So this is what I mean. There's a lot of filing here. So you want to make sure not to cut it too short, because you have to file it a lot of times, shape it. So through that, your nail will obviously get shorter. Then we are starting the dip powder process. So you start by putting a base coat on your nails. So you just put it on one nail, because right after you have to put it in the dip powder. So just one nail you apply the base coat, not too thick, not too thin, just a perfect base coat. And then you immediately after have to dip it in the nail powder, because you don't want it to dry, because you need the powder to obviously stick. So you just dip it inside the powder, and then you just like tap it. I also have like a little brush you guys will see later on, but I just tap it, and after I finish the whole nail is when I use the brush. So you just repeat this process on all your nails. Remember, you apply the base coat to one nail and immediately dip it after. And also I decided to use a dip tray because I was so messy. This was my first time doing dip powder, so it was just so messy for me. So I used the dip tray that the kit came with, and honestly it was very helpful. It was still a little bit messy, but less messy. And yeah, so I just did the same process all over again. As you can see here is when I decided to use a little brush, because there was just so much powder everywhere. Because you're supposed to like put the dip powder on one nail, go to the next nail, and then when you're done with that second nail, then you could brush off the nail you did prior to that. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know if you guys want to do that. Now this is the most important part of the whole process. Right here I'm just using a little tool to like take off some powder that was on my cuticle. But now this is when you use the activator to set and harden the nail. So this is what actually fully like makes the nail a nail. I mean the powder a nail. So you repeat this on all your nails 2 times. It's because you want to make sure that the nail is fully hardened. And then once you're done doing that, you use a nail file to hit your nail to see if it's hardened. That's why I say wait about like a minute or 2, because you hit it and you'll hear this sound. So if your nail makes that sound when you hit it, then you file your nail again if it's needed. And then you apply the top coat. I personally did not use this top coat because I did use it, but it never dried. Like I waited so long, it never dried. And I had to end up using my top coat from another nail kit, which was a gel top coat, and I cured it with a UV lamp. And that was like the only way to get my nails to dry. In the end of the video, you guys will see what I mean. I'll explain it, but yes. I just want to show you the after of my nails. This is how they look. This is my first time doing like dip powder like this. So I honestly think it was honestly kind of messy. It was very messy, honestly. Not kind of, it was very messy. My like glue spill, you guys can probably see it. And I even had a cardboard, and like this whole thing happened. Because like the glue spill, and I put like a cotton pad over it by mistake. And then like I saw smoke coming, and it was like, it literally smelled like smoke. It was like such a bad smell. It's like such a chemical toxic smell. So that was like very dangerous, but they ended up being good. Literally after like I had to like do so many things to like get them to dry, because I put the top coat that like the kit brings, but the top coat would not dry. Like no matter what I did, I waited I waited like 10 minutes for it to dry, and then use a LED lamp, the UV whatever it's called. That still didn't help. So then I had to like I put quick dry, still didn't dry, and then I washed my hands. No, the quick dry, I put quick dry and it did dry it, but then I washed my hands, and then like the powder started coming off again. So like my nails started coming off, which was really weird. But then I put the from my other kit, I put the gel top coat of that, and then I cured it with the LED lamp, and that honestly helped. That was the only way to get it to dry. So hopefully the powder doesn't start coming off again when I wash my hands again. But yeah, so that was like a whole process. It was my first time, but now I know for the future when I do it again what I need to do to help it dry, because I feel like that was like the main part that was like such a chaos, like drying it. But they turned out very well. Love it so much. I have like glue over my nails here and that stuff, as you guys can see. I have like glue everywhere, like the cotton pads are stuck to my hand, but I can try like getting it off with like the drill. So I'll do that later, but I'm gonna eat lunch now. But that's how they turned out. They look pretty good. I really like how they turned out, especially for my first time. I think they turned out like perfectly. So yeah, but that is my review of the kit. Honestly, such a good kit, but for the first time it may be very messy and that stuff, but after a while, like after like 2 or 3 tries, you're gonna like perfect this. So yeah, definitely recommend it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.